Buongiorno amici, benvenuti a Farinolio Cucina in Western New Jersey. Welcome. So today I'm going to do a very special live cooking class together with my friend Oriana Lamarca, and she's going to prepare a Sicilian dish from her area, her hometown, together with her family. So that's super exciting because she's going to cook together with Papa Giuseppe and Mamma Caterina. So, Rihanna, whenever you're ready, you can jump into our live and we can get started. So, a few minutes, guys, and we're going to start cooking. Allora, vediamo. Ciao a tutti, in the meantime, thank you for watching. Ciao!
Ciao!
Ciao a tutti e due!
Ciao, come stai?
Molto bene, tu come stai, Oriana?
Benissimo.
Ascolta, ci presenti questi bei giovincelli. Chi ce li?
Questo è mio padre Giuseppe.
Papà Giuseppe?
So in siciliano, Pepe is short for Giuseppe.
Of course, Pepe. Ciao, Pepe.
Ciao, Laura.
So I shortened it to the Peps, so I call him the Peps, and that's what his apron says.
Oh,
the Peps.
so the Peps.
I love that. That's great.
E poi qui c'è mia madre, Caterina.
Ciao, Caterina. Ciao, bellissima la mamma, bellissimi.
Grazie.
Una bella famiglia.
Grazie, grazie. Stiamo qui fuori in giardino.
That's beautiful, bellissimo.
Mangiare.
Stupendo.
Grazie.
So this is very common for you guys, cooking together on a weekend, right?
Yeah, so basically every Sunday, so Sundays are my family day. Every Sunday I'm here with my parents. We're in the summer, obviously, outside cooking. In the winter, we're inside, but Sundays, the family's all together. We usually have guests. My uncles come over, my brother, my sister. My brother's around here somewhere, but regardless, we're all together. We're cooking and we're eating, and it's family time. That's the best.
Yes, family time. That's the best. Il pranzo della domenica.
And he loves to cook. He's passionate about it. It's not so he has a tile company, but food is his passion. So
it's my favorite hobby.
Oh,
everything he puts into food.
Giuseppe, what's your favorite dish?
I don't have, I like to do a lot of pastas, but I cook almost everything between pasta, fish, and meat.
That's great.
Pasta is his specialty, though.
And today you're making a special kind of pasta, right? What are you?
A special Oriana request.
So usually I'll put in my request for what I want on Sunday.
Is that your favorite dish?
One of them.
Good.
Anyway, so let's get started.
See, tell us more about what you're going to prepare for us today.
All right, so today we're making pasta alla Norma, which the ingredients are all fresh, simple ingredients. So fresh tomatoes, eggplants, garlic, fresh salt, good olive oil, basil, and ricotta salata, which you shave on top at the end, and a good pasta. I happen to love Dolce & Gabbana. They collaborated with Pasta di Martino from Gragnano.
Yes, so it's a very good brand. I really like it.
So we have plenty of pasta today.
Perfetto.
So he's gonna get started. So to make the sauce,
so we basically use the plum tomatoes, which I blanch them with hot water.
So the key is a plum tomato.
Right.
Yeah.
And then once the water is boiling, I throw them in for a few minutes and I take them out. So the skin comes right off. And then what I do is, once I peel the skin off, what I like to do is I cut them off in half and get rid of the core and the seeds. So I basically have mostly the pulp of the tomato, which brings a different taste in the sauce.
Perfetto, quindi vai a togliere anche un po' di acidità praticamente.
Esattamente.
Sì, so you're going to remove some of the acidity containing the tomatoes by removing the seeds, basically.
I learned this process from my mother, which is she's no longer here. May rest in peace. And she passed away a few years ago. She was 89.
Wow.
And that was a whole process, and she wouldn't do any other way.
That's great.
I inherited from her.
That's great. See, those are the amazing memories that you learn together with your family, and you bring them
to my next
forever.
generation. Yes.
Yeah.
So once we do that, now mostly we have the pulp of the tomato,
right.
which brings a different taste to the sauce, I think. I mean, I've tried both ways, and it does make a difference. It's a little extra work, you know. You have to go into 1 or 2 more processes, but
it's worth it.
It's worth the time.
Yes.
So the second thing we're gonna prepare is the eggplants.
So for all of our friends who are watching us, Oriana, Lamarca, together with il papà Giuseppe, they're making a special Sicilian dish called pasta alla Norma.
So we're gonna prepare the eggplants, which depending on how big they are, sometimes they have a lot of seeds. So to take the acidity of the eggplant, I slice them and salt them and put them under salt, so they drain. It takes away some of the acidity of the eggplant.
Do you usually peel the eggplants, or you keep the skin off?
Partially. So this is one part of the slice that's already cored. So a little bit of the peel is still on there. I don't leave all the peel because it brings a bit of bitterness.
Right.
So what I do then, I slice them.
So now basically we're preparing the eggplants that of course Giuseppe in a few is going to fry.
And I cube them, right? So once I cube them, right, they're all together.
See?
And then the next process is to fry them.
Che tipo di olio usi per friggere?
I use olive oil, but the very light olive oil.
Okay, got it.
The extra virgin olive oil, it makes a little bit, it eats up too quick and it breaks down a little bit. And I don't use the vegetable oils. For some reason, they're not my favorite.
Perché non ha molto sapore. Huh? So we already prepped and fried a lot of the eggplants because it was going to take a while.
So this is the finished product.
You're super organized.
We're trying as I get splattered with oil.
So you basically want to fry the eggplants until they get kind of crispy and golden brown?
Yes.
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 Quindi un po' croccantine e dorate.
You're supposed to start with the top.
Very nice.
So now, while we're doing this, I'm going to start prepping the sauce.
Sounds good to me. I wish I could smell it from here.
It smells delicious.
Immagino. Il profumo deve essere fantastico.
Infatti.
So this is a very easy
recipe. We use a Sicilian, I like the Sicilian olive oil, which is Bono.
It's intense and robust.
It's from the Trapani province, and it's unfiltered. So you can see that it's got the sediment, but I like to shake it and be all part of it.
Very nice, especially because, especially for this kind of pasta, considering the Mediterranean flavors contained in this pasta, you want to be able to taste the flavor of the good extra virgin olive oil, right?
Yes, that's the keys to everything is the ingredients. You know, if you have good ingredients, then the finished product makes a little bit of difference.
Esatto.
So the next thing is I chopped up a little bit of a garlic.
So un soffritto semplice, extra virgin olive oil and garlic.
I like to add a little bit of onion.
Sì, ok. Un po' di cipolla.
A little bit, just to bring a little sweetness. And I let it saute a little bit.
Get him a wooden spoon.
Benissimo.
In the meantime, the eggplants.
Oriana, quante volte hai mangiato la pasta alla Norma?
Normalmente durante l'estate ogni domenica.
So it's something that you really love.
And you could use all different shapes of pasta. I like short pasta, so typically penne or rigatoni, but if we don't have that, just spaghetti. Doesn't matter.
Right. Yes, because this is a very versatile kind of sauce, because you can actually pair it with any kind of pasta shape, right?
Yeah.
So in Italiano, when we hear the sound of the olive oil, especially when you fry, I mean, not even in Italiano, in Romano si dice solitamente senti come spriccita.
Sì.
A questo punto già io avevo preparato la salsa, i pomodori già le avevo frullati un po'.
Sì. So basically what Giuseppe did, he boiled the tomatoes for just a few in order to make them softer, and it's easier to remove the skin afterwards. And then remember the way he showed you earlier, he removed the seeds because it's a good way to remove the acidity from the tomatoes.
Correct. And then I actually core them. I take the core out of the tomato.
The core. Perfetto. And then he just put it in the pan together with extra virgin olive oil, onion and garlic. Quindi un po' di cipolla, un po' di aglio.
I'm gonna add some salt.
Benissimo. I like the way that you do it. Tutto d'occhio, everything by eye.
I was just gonna say, there's no measurement, no kind of measurement. It's just with a handful.
But that's exactly the way that I'm sure it's the same for you, that we grew up with. I mean, we learn everything that way from our families, right?
Exactly.
Una manciata, a handful, un pizzico, a pinch.
Exactly.
Dopo che lo fai per tanto tempo, after you do for so long, then you get the hang of it, no?
Of course, it makes sense.
So we have the last batch of eggplants frying here.
Perfetto. Very nice. So, besides pasta alla Norma, Oriana, what's your... eccolo lì il fratello. Ciao.
Ciao. He doesn't usually make an appearance, but we were lucky today.
I blessed you guys with my presence today. Happy Saturday.
Very nice to meet you.
Piacere.
Piacere mio.
Hope everybody's enjoying the pep style cooking today.
I'm sure. I was just telling your dad that I wish you could smell it because it looks great, very fresh.
That's the next thing I was going to say. It's even better if you could smell it.
Exactly. Hopefully we will be able to have dinner all together very soon.
For sure.
Speriamo presto. Sentite un po', a parte la pasta alla Norma, che of course pasta alla Norma is a very typical Sicilian dish. As far as Sicilian recipes, what else do you really like?
In terms of pasta or?
Anything.
What's your favorite?
We eat a lot of fish, and the fish, in Sicily, I don't know if you've ever been to Sicily.
Yeah.
If the fish has to be fresh, and we cook it very simple, with not many dressings or anything, just maybe a little bit of oil and lemon, and so you appreciate the full flavor of the fish.
What about another pasta? Actually, my favorite, which we attempted to recreate it here, but it doesn't ever taste the same. Especially, it's typical of my mom's town from Castellammare. It's with gambero rosso, so red shrimps, which are from the area, and pistachio. My favorite. Every time I'm there, I basically get it at every restaurant I go to. One is better than the other.
Very nice.
And he did recreate it, and it was delicious, but
not the same.
Not the same. When the shrimp come directly from that water and the good pistachio from Bronte.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yes, I understand. What about Sicilian desserts?
So the typical Sicilian dessert that everybody maybe knows or is more aware of is the cassata, which is basically like a sponge cake with ricotta, like cannoli filling ricotta, and around the outside is a layer of marzipan, and it's very, very sweet, and it's a traditional classic Sicilian cake, and it's topped with candied fruit, so usually slices of oranges and lime. Very colorful, very sweet, and very delicious. And then obviously the Sicilian cannoli is, another one.
That's a good one too. There are so many. Actually, I've been to Sicily several times, and I still remember the amazing pastries that they were serving in the morning with all of that beautiful ricotta. That it was super fresh.
So another one from my mom's town. They're called casatelle, which is, I guess the best way to describe it is kind of between a fried ravioli and a spinci maybe. It's oh my god, I'm totally blanking out, but it's basically pastry filled with ricotta and then deep fried, and that's typical from Castellammare, from my mom's town. And
because basically, I mean, your mom is from Castellammare. What about your dad?
So she's running away, but there's
eccola. So Caterina, tu sei da Castellammare, giusto?
Sì, Castellammare del Golfo.
Bellissimo.
La città natale del nostro presidente, vero?
È vero, è vero. So, how did you meet Giuseppe?
Giuseppe, we met here over a friend's house at a friend's party. I mean, typical. We came here around the same time, but we didn't know, different towns. We didn't know each other. But then we were at a friend's party, and we met. We worked, yeah. It was,
Ciao Simone da Capri.
Simone. Ciao Simone.
So I love this kind of live because we have a lot of people who are watching from the States, but also from Italy. So I think it's great.
So he's got the water boiling for the pasta.
Very good.
Put the salt in. So salting the water is key. Again, no real measurement, just kind of a
una manciata.
Like Dawn said last night, you can never have enough salt.
Yes, Dawn did the same. So una manciata, just enough, like a handful.
Exactly. So while the pasta's almost ready, I mean the water's almost ready for the pasta, the sauce is just cooking down.
We put the penne.
This one? I prefer penne, so.
I like penne, yep. Especially for this kind of sauce, I would do either penne or fusilli, something short.
Short pasta, yes.
Sì. Molto bene. So now we're cooking the pasta for our Norma sauce. So in the meantime, Oriana, I was telling to some of our friends at Farinolio Cucina about your beautiful business. Would you like to tell us a little bit more and the way you started your adventure?
Oh, yes. So basically everything that I do and I create is inspired by my Sicilian culture and heritage. Everything from the colors, the food, a little, like in a nutshell, I started my business from my bedroom in my parents' house. Just started stringing bracelets and selling them to friends and family, little by little. Started an Etsy site, started my website, doing house parties, and little by little, it just kind of grew from there. And now it's my full-time job. It's what I love. I also recently launched my new website called My Sicilian Love Affair, which is an ode to my Sicilian culture. I talk about everything from fashion, food, family, traditions. And again, like I said, everything I do is basically inspired by my culture. So I actually have on.
That's great.
I don't know if you could see, but.
Sì, sono bellissime.
This is, hold on, I have to turn it a little better. This is called the Alla Norma Arm Party. So basically these bracelets, the ceramics are all hand painted in Sicily. The black is an outline of Sicily. Then I have the eggplant, obviously for the piatto alla norma. And then I have the lemon because, well, I love lemons. So my logo is a lemon, and most of the influences have to do with lemons. So
that's great. That's great. All of the beautiful Mediterranean flavors, basically.
Exactly. So yeah. So that's a little bit about me. And my T-shirt too. I designed a line of T-shirts. My necklace. This one says the keys to life are pizza, pasta, and prosciutto.
And I totally agree with that because you can't go wrong with all of those ingredients,
right? So basically I had all these beautiful arm candy pictures, and I love color, as you could tell from my Instagram. And I always wanted to design a line of T-shirts. And so the idea just came about to kind of marry the two. And so I designed the T-shirts, I came up with the sayings and used my original photos. So it's all it all ties together. And
I really love about the fact I was looking at your website, also the Sicilian Affair, and it's so impressive reading your story, the deep connection that you have with your family, with your heritage, your roots. So, and you can tell just by looking at your work. How much it influenced all of that. So look at the colors. If you think about the colors in Sicily,
yep.
So the sea, the mountains, the landscapes, you can see all of that in your beautiful work.
Thank you. Yeah, the colors. So basically my signature collections, I have 9 of them. And the colors are grouped together based on a different destination that I traveled to. The colors and the culture there. So the Sicilian collection naturally is a combination of all primary colors, basically what you're seeing here, the bright red, yellow, orange, green, and kind of represents a little bit of the culture, you know, the blues from the Mediterranean Sea. The red represents the red coral, which is
right, yeah,
area.
And all of that represents you in a perfect way.
Thank you. In a nutshell, yes.
Senti Giuseppe, alcuni amici ci stavano chiedendo what kind of pasta are you using?
What type of pasta are you using? So we're using penne. Oh, did you put it all in?
No, it's
so we're using penne di Martino,
which that's Simone's last name. He's telling us to look at the brand, but we're using the brand is Di Martino. And this is the package of the penne. And the packaging was designed by Dolce & Gabbana, which I'm obsessed with, so naturally had to use the pasta.
Nice. And this
pasta the sauce is 3/4 of the way cooked already. So I'm gonna put the eggplants together with the sauce.
Wow, that looks so good. So here we have the tomato sauce that il signor Giuseppe made from scratch, just by using pomodori pelati. He fried the eggplants in olive oil. Then just a little bit of salt, Sicilian olive oil, because it was perfect for this kind of recipe, so with an intense flavor. The pasta is boiling, and it's almost ready to...
And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put a little bit of ricotta salata.
Perfetto. So ricotta salata, it's a very interesting cheese. It's basically a fresh ricotta that is being strained first and then aged. So it's going to add more flavor to this kind of sauce.
Just goes right in.
Una bella grattugiata, senza quantificare niente, without measuring.
No, definitely not.
No, definitely not.
The more the merrier.
Exactly.
I mean, if only you could smell that right now, you have no idea.
Oh, I wish I could smell it. I mean, it looks great. And also very colorful.
Ci manca il verde per fare la bandiera italiana.
Lo vuoi mettere un po' di verde o non ci va il verde?
Mettiamo il basilico alla
Vai, go for it. A little bit of basil to recreate the colors of Italy.
I'm gonna grab some.
A questo punto è pronto.
Perfetto.
No, grab some basil. The pasta ready?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you could hear, but we have a little Pino Daniele playing in the background.
Fantastico.
And our table is always set.
La tavola è pronta, the table is set. There's a beautiful wine waiting to be opened.
A little Nero d'Avola, which is from Sicily.
Perfetto, just to keep the Sicilian theme today.
Exactly. And then we have the napkin rings with these hand-painted ceramics that I did a collaboration with my mom.
Can you find these items on your website, Oriana?
Yes, everything is on my website. This is also my mom's candle that she designed, Zagara, which is the orange blossom, and it is a very fresh citrus scent, Testa di Moro, which she uses as a container for her diffuser oil. But after the oil's done, you could put flowers in there, or I put straws in there, so they're multi-purpose. But that's usually what our table consists of our signature napkin rings. There's always a candle on the table, a good bottle of Nero d'Avola, and some fresh flowers. And then over here, we always have fires going, so we're making pizza later.
Look at that. I mean, I know for sure that you cannot get bored there, right?
No, definitely
No,
not. We're always eating. There's always something going on. We're always drinking plenty of wine and listening to great Italian music. So.
Perfecto. And that's what we love about Italy, is the fact that we always find a way to enjoy the little things.
And the family is always together, and that's the most important thing.
Sí.
So.
And that's the beauty of it.
I don't know where my dad just went, but we're waiting for the...
He disappeared.
The chef abandoned ship. I don't know where he went.
Very nice. So do you also use that beautiful oven outside to prepare pizza?
So we do. So these ovens, which my parents import them through their store, but the brand is Palazzetti. They're made in Tuscany, I believe. This one is a garden oven, so out here we'll do a lot of meat. And a top oven, you could bake like bread. You could bake stuff up there. And then this one is the pizza oven. So we're just getting it warmed up for later.
That looks like being in Italy. I mean, looking at your beautiful giardino with the tavola, with the candle, the Nero d'Avola, the wine on top of it. I mean, you can tell that this is a authentic Italian family. All of the traditions are there.
Yes, I'm literally here every Sunday.
Per il pranzo della domenica.
Yes. Is it almost done?
2 more minutes.
So pasta's almost ready.
Okay, great. Very good.
Bring the wine. Salute.
Salute. Salute. Buonissimo il Nero d'Avola. I love that wine. Very, very nice. So I've been to Sicily several times and I fell in love, besides the food and the wine, that of course, as you know better than me, it's great. Everything is so fresh. You don't even need to dress anything, because I remember that I went to a farmer's market and I got the cherry tomatoes and I just ate it that way without any olive or salt. Buonissime.
So we usually go there for a couple weeks during the summer. My grandparents actually live there. They live in Brooklyn during the winter. In the summer, from like June to September, they live there. So we go visit them and stay with them. And every morning, we start with going to the fish market to get our fresh fish. My grandfather will go around to, the different farms and get his fresh vegetables. It's just, you can never match that. The soil, just the taste is completely different than what we have here.
It is. The climate is different. The soil is different. So, yeah.
And Barbara wants to know what wine we're drinking. So tonight we're drinking Lamuri, which, can you see that?
Sì, perfetto.
But usually it's a Nero d'Avola from Sicily.
Yeah, it's a very good wine. It's full of minerality.
Mm-hmm. Another good one is Principi di Butera, which Barbara, I'll send you a picture of that after. That's one of my favorites.
Perfetto. Another dish that I remember that I really enjoyed when I was in Sicily was le sarde alla beccafico.
Sarde alla beccafico, yep.
That's a classic.
He makes them too, but...
Oh my God.
C'ho la ricetta di mia mamma.
Io devo mangiare le sarde alla beccafico, devo venire da te.
Obbligatorio, sì. Purtroppo poi non abbiamo le sarde che abbiamo in Sicilia, però
I know.
buone.
We will make it work somehow.
What's that?
We will make it work somehow. I know that we don't have the beautiful sarde that we have in Sicily, but we will improvise.
Oh, another one of his specialties that I love is pasta con i ricci with the sea urchins.
Buono.
So good. And pasta.
Però qui i ricci, they're totally different than the ones in Italy, right?
Sì, questi sono, le coltivano in Boston. Sono l'aroma un po' più pungente, un po' più forte. Quelle che abbiamo in Sicilia sono molto dolci.
Right, but also
comunque non avendo altra alternativa, dobbiamo accontentarci.
Ci sta. Buonissima la pasta con i ricci.
And my other favorite that he makes is con nero di seppia with the black squid ink. But he gets the fresh squids, cleans them, takes the ink out, and makes.
There's a whole process.
The whole process. But
well, Oriana, now I can tell why you want to go to your parents' house every Sunday for lunch.
I may not be a chef, but I know how to eat.
You have a good taste.
No, I mean I know how to cook. I just prefer to be his sous chef and his production assistant for now.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's a good deal for your dad as well.
Right? All right, so he's got the next process going.
Benissimo, so the pasta is ready.
Pasta's ready. He's not straining all of it because he wants to keep some of the water.
Yeah, that's full of starch. So you always want to save some of the cooking water because especially when you cook an artisanal pasta like the ones that we're using today from Gragnano, you can tell that the water will get cloudy and that's all of the starch that the pasta will release. So right now the cooking water is very starchy and together with the sauce it will make nice and creamy. Mamma mia, che buona!
We could do curbside pickup if you want to go.
Oh my god, yes, that's actually a good idea. We could do curbside pickup. Do you also do delivery?
No, our delivery driver's off today.
We should ask your brother, Oriana.
Yeah, good luck with that. I was lucky he even made an appearance in today's video. So, and then I have a sister too, but she lives in Connecticut. So
what's your name?
Her name is Martina. She's 22.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she went to school there, graduated, got a job there, so she lives there.
Good for her. Very nice.
She likes it, and I don't know, doesn't come home that often. We miss her, but it's all right.
Lo capisco. Well, all of my family is in Italy. My sister is younger than me. She lives in Brescia. So we try to see each other like 2 times a year, but it's not enough. No matter how many times we speak over the phone every day, but you know.
How's your family in Brescia? Is by Milano. That's where they.
Brescia is by Milano. They're doing well now. It seems the situation seems a little bit better. So thank God it's good.
Yeah, they're finally opening up a little bit and loosening up.
Exactly. Like they started last week.
So now he's grating a little extra ricotta on top.
Because it's never enough. So a little bit of ricotta salata and then basilico fresco.
He got his Italian flag, the red, white, and green.
Ma guarda te che chef! Giuseppe, ma quando cucini una bella cena anche per me?
Quando tu sei pronta per venire, non c'è problema.
Well, now you should taste it. You should taste it and let us know what you think about your creation. Chi lo assaggia? Caterina lo assaggi?
Lo lasciamo assaggiare a Carmelo allora.
Dai, allora aspettiamo che Carmelo assaggi la pasta, vediamo cosa ne pensa.
Everybody's waiting patiently.
Of course, they cannot wait to get started. Carmelo, dici cosa pensi della pasta? Is it good?
He's going to do the official taste test.
Yes, he's getting ready with the napkin. Look at that.
Ora ti faccio sapere.
Dai, sentiamo.
Looks good.
Today.
Calma, don't rush.
Speciale, fantastico.
Speciale.
That's, you did very well today again.
Buona, bravo. Allora,
Very good.
È promosso.
È promosso.
È nostro stato promosso, sì.
Perfetto, allora buon appetito.
Grazie.
Allora, vi ringrazio per questa magnifica diretta. Thank you so much.
Grazie a te. Lo facciamo di
Vediamo
nuovo.
vedere Giuseppe, dov'è lo chef?
Grazie.
Giuseppe, you did a wonderful job.
Grazie.
You're hired.
Ciao Laura.
Ciao Caterina. A presto, vi abbraccio forte. Grazie mille Oriana.
Ciao.
Grazie a te.
Grazie a
Ci
voi
sentiamo dopo.
e a prestissimo.
Yes, and thank you to everybody who tuned in. And if you guys have questions or want the recipe, it's on my site at mysicilianloveaffair.com. Just search pasta alla norma and it'll come right up. So
perfetto. And we're going to share your father's recipe on our website as well. So happy cooking to everybody. Grazie mille.
Grazie a te.
Ciao, bella, a presto. Un bacio.
Ciao, ciao, un bacio.
That was fun. So thank you so much for watching today. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Oriana and her beautiful family today prepare a very traditional Sicilian dish. And we cannot wait to have her here. It's Farinolio is our guest together with her family. Stay tuned because we're going to post on our website, on Farinolio Cucina website, the recipe for the preparation of the pasta alla norma. Stay tuned and happy cooking as always. Ciao!